Hi there. I'm Jen Wilner, co-founder of Business Connects, and you're watching this video, hopefully on either Facebook or YouTube, because you're following Business Connects. Now, Business Connects is a in-person and online during COVID, of course, networking group. You can find us at businessconnectsnj.com. This is this series of Meet the Members, our personal and fun interview series with myself and members of Business Connects. So in short, we are a business relationship networking group. We started about 4 years ago. And about a year ago, we decided to start interviewing our members so that you could meet them in virtually one at a time and get to know a little bit more about them. So Business Connects, you can find out more about us at Business Connects. That's BUSINESSCONECTSNJ.com. I don't know why that was so hard for me to spell. I'm going to take you behind the scenes real fast so that you can see our website. And through the website, you can find out more about us. You can find out about our individual chapters. You can learn about membership options. And through all of our members have a profile on the website, as well as have an opportunity to write or share their blog, which then gets shared to social media. So without further ado, I would like very much to introduce today's interview, Caren Cooper, who is an independent Isagenix representative. And here we go.
Hello.
Hey, Caren.
Hi, Jen. How are you?
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Fantastic. I'm so glad we finally got to bring you on, and we got to this point of our interview series. So tell us a little bit about you personally, Caren, and then we'll kind of go into the business.
Personally, so I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York, and when I got married 22 years ago, we moved to Staten Island. So we've been here 22 years. I have 2 kids, one who is a sophomore in college at the moment, and one who is going to be starting some sort of high school, whatever that may look like at this point with COVID and everything like that. So I have 2 teenagers. My daughter is in college. My son is in high school, and I'm a sports mom. My daughter used to play softball when she was little up until high school, and my son is actually on travel baseball at the moment. So I'm one of those people who has like her weekends is all about, the kids and traveling to some sort of sporting event.
Right. And it's some serious sports when they're older. Some hardcore stuff, right?
It's when he was little, it was Little League is a lot different than I mean, not that it's not competitive, but travel sports is really, it's no joke. It really is. It's no joke. It's very competitive, but it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's not that I don't want to paint a bad picture. The parents are great. The kids are great. I have had a wonderful experience with it, but it's a lot of work for parents and kids. There's no question about that.
I'm glad you said that it is fun. Some of my older friends will remember this, but when our one and only, when she was little, she played softball. So I remember the softball, baseball field and travel and all that stuff, and softball cupcakes.
Yep.
The gear, all that gear.
Yeah, it's
summer
hilarious.
storms on the softball field.
Yeah,
I remember.
Oh yeah.
Fun stuff. Character building, that's for sure, right?
Oh, there's a lot of, there's a lot of character building. There's a lot of also knowing that it takes hard work. Like you have to practice, like you actually have to put some effort into it if you want to improve, and you have to play as a team. So you have to really kind of work with others, you know what I mean? And it can't just be my way or the highway kind of a thing. So it's, I think personally, like I love the idea of it because it's just, it teaches them a lot of different skills that are perfect for life also.
Sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. So Staten Island, softball, baseball, homeschooling, but I mean, right now it's
Yeah, he'll be blend. So she's at school, even though her dorm is her school's like her campus is half open, half closed.
yeah.
She's in off-campus
True.
housing because she needed to have the college experience to be with her friends, quite frankly. And he will be blended if they ever open up the schools. You know what I mean? Depending on what goes on, he needs to be in a school setting. He actually said that he wants to be in school with the mask on. So he's actually okay with it. So it's a hot button topic. I understand. And it's a personal decision for each person and nobody's wrong. Just
Sure.
want to put that out there.
Exactly. So lots of, so it keeps you as a mom, as a business person, you're busy and there's lots of stuff going on, in your day, in your mind, which leads us to what you do for a living. So what prompted you to work with your current employer?
So I had actually said no for 4 years. So I had started exercising about 8 years ago, doing Zumba. And, a few of the people who I Zumba'd with started Isagenix. And I couldn't understand how I can fit it into my life. And, honestly, network marketing gets a bad rap and people think it's hokey. And I was semi one of those people. And I couldn't understand it. And then I finally had enough. Like, I watched them, they lost weight, they were making money and good money. And I was just like, it didn't hit me until I was like, you know what? I kind of hit a rock bottom, if you will. I had quit smoking a few years prior, and then it still didn't feel good. I'm like, I quit smoking, I should feel good. And so I was like, let me give it a try. I was fat. I mean, honestly, I was heavy. I hated the way I looked in pictures, and I was honestly sick and tired of being sick and tired. I literally had enough. So I finally said yes. I mean, it was just a matter of just being open, I think, to it, quite frankly. And so, I said yes. And within 3 days, I couldn't even get over the energy that I had no energy to keep. I was like napping. I was that person who would nap during the day. I was that person who would nap. I was that person who thought life happened to me, not for me. And I was that person who was miserable. Like I played the victim card amazingly well. I would have won like an award, just saying. But it changed me. It changed me in terms of I lost weight, but personal development came in. It's part of what we do with it is the personal development piece. And so I dove right into it, and it changed my outlook. It was like, it's amazing. So, and the community. So it's about healthy nutrition, easy, convenient. And that's the other thing. I used to work in corporate America. So I was literally standing at the bus stop or driving to work, drinking a shake. I mean, it's like ridiculous, you know what I mean? And I was full. It was, it's good for you and it's filling and it's easy and convenient. I mean, for somebody, who was a working corporate mother, I was working corporate America. So I was like all over the place. It's perfect. And even now it's still easy and convenient with all the insanity going on. It's a perfect way. I don't have to think about it. I just add water, add powder and drink a shake. You know what I mean? And I know that sounds like ridiculous, but it's true. So it's been 5 years. It's actually just about 5 years now. I started 5 years ago. September.
Wow. That's fantastic. Yeah. So if you are just now joining us on this Facebook Live, or you're watching the replay, or you're watching it on YouTube, I'm speaking with Caren Cooper. Caren is an independent, am I saying it right? Independent Isagenix representative. Yeah. So I'm going to share the link. So here's the link for Caren's website, so you can check it out. And then in addition to Caren's website, so here's us, you can see it on my computer right now, but also on the Business Connects. Now, Caren is a member of our virtual chapter. So what that means is that you can meet Caren through Zoom, through your computer or your smartphone, on the second and fourth Tuesdays of the month at 7:30 through Business Connects. And this is our virtual chapter. So through the member directory, you can find all Caren's contact information. And here's Caren's profile. So it's not complete now, but by the end of the weekend, this will all be complete and optimized. You'll be able to click through, learn more about Caren, and then there will be a link to join, to check out her Isagenix website, where you can find out all about the products and the opportunity too, right, Caren?
Yeah, there's absolutely
getting into the business.
a business opportunity there for sure.
Okay, fantastic. So I was connected. I was involved with Isagenix a few years ago, and just decided for no other reason that my virtual assistant business had just taken off gangbuster, so I needed to just focus on that. But yeah, it felt great. So I will happily say that it felt great involved. It was a wonderful community.
Yeah.
My connections that were involved in it. So I'm a fan.
Thank you. I'm glad to hear it.
So how would you say, with what's been going on in the world, and the new normal with everybody being online, how has that affected your business and the work that you're doing?
It's actually booming because for various reasons. And I think this also happened with the 2008 recession. But it's partly because people are realizing, I always talked about this before the pandemic happened, because I worked in corporate America, so I knew nothing was guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? Pre-pandemic, things happen and budgets change and whatever, and you can lose your job at the drop of a dime. Pre-pandemic, in a pandemic, and how many people were laid off and whatnot. And so I also kind of feel like it's 2020. It's almost like the era of the side hustle, or looking at things differently. So a lot of people are interested in being healthy, because obviously with the pandemic, it's like, okay, wait a minute, we should care about our health, because it's not about weight loss per se. It's also about, using this product is also about just being healthy and feeling good. It's healthy nutrition for your body. So that's part of it. And people are also exploring different streams of income, because they're either laid off or they just know that things aren't necessarily guaranteed. So we have had a huge, huge surge in business. And I'm not saying that to be obnoxious by any stretch of the imagination, but I like it because I think people realize that it's important to take care of themselves. Because I don't think, especially moms, like women, we're nurturers by nature. It's just what we do. And so you got to take care of yourself. You got to put yourself first. It's not selfish to do so, because if you're happy, everybody else is happy. You can't pour from an empty cup.
Put the oxygen mask on yourself.
Exactly. That's exactly right. So, and people are like, what? And I'm like, you know what, that I think is really important. So we've seen, it's amazing the amount of people. And even like when I've been talking to a lot of people this week, like healthcare workers, wellness workers and stuff. And what they also talk about is mindset. So people also, this pandemic has brought a lot of, you know what I'm saying? It's just, we're social people by nature. So it's just a lot of stuff going on. So when you have something like Isagenix in your life, you have this community behind you. And with like I said earlier, with the personal development. So even when you feel like, you're having a down day, we're all human, it happens. Sure. You have other people behind you, and you have the wherewithal to sort of get out of the funk, if you will. You know what I mean? So I think people are noticing that and seeing that and being like, you know what, I need to be a part of it. I want to be a part of it. I need to, I need to do something.
Yeah. Yeah. And then what would you say, what are your thoughts on keeping up with your daily routine? And since everything so much has changed, and would you touch on how that's been helping your business?
We have a saying, master the mundane, like, which I think is really important now. And if I'm to speak, I worked in corporate America until March. Okay. So I was the type of person who kind of thrived on the insanity of having a side business, having kids, and time blocking my day. And then I went to being an full-on entrepreneur, and I was like, okay, now what? It was like very strange. But time blocking has to be a part of it. You can't say, oh, I'll get to it. Another thing we do is get to the hard stuff first, because you're going to procrastinate. So it's really, really important to have a calendar. I don't care if it's written down. I'm old school. I like writing things down and highlighting, and stuff like that. And because you know why? When you sit down and do it, we have power hours. The one of the things I want to talk about, because I've introduced it to so many people. It's literally an hour a day where you're sitting in your chair doing nothing but productive activity. We call them income producing activities, but whatever it may be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You have a virtual assistant business. You have to there's certain things you have to get done.
Absolutely.
So you sit in your chair for an hour, at least an hour. Maybe you do 2 power hours, but you know why? Because when you're productive and when you're getting things done, it leaves the time for other things. It doesn't have to be an 8-hour day if you don't want it to be.
Right.
If you do your time and block it correctly, you get what you need to get done in this amount of time. And it's really important because you have to take care of other things, whatever that may be.
Right. So time blocking. So some takeaways: time blocking, calendaring, as other people call it.
Yep. Power hour.
And those and that power hour. Yeah. All great points. And so then your routine, so that's helping you utilizing your calendar and these tips to help you be more productive.
Yes.
And then you're being more productive. So I would only imagine that's helping with your sales.
That's helping with the sales. And you know what else I do? I journal. I journal every morning. So I have a morning routine where I get up and I do journaling every single morning, and I read 10 pages of a book every morning. And I didn't stop that either. And I kind of did at the beginning. I'm not even going to lie about it, but I was missing it. You know what I'm saying? It was like, you know what? No, you can't put it to the side. So yeah, the sales have been really good because, you're keeping track, of everything. You're doing the do. I mean, as ridiculous as it sounds, when you do the do and when you get back what you put out there. So when you're putting out all of these things, you're getting them back.
Absolutely. So now you've been a member of Business Connects for a short time. We knew each other previously through Wink with Jill. Yeah. So do you have anything that you would mention, like to share anybody with your involvement with Business Connect, how it's affected your business?
I've been involved with Jill for a really long time, and you for even a little bit. It's been a while, and I really like how you guys take care of us, if that makes sense. And because you really think about what our needs are and how we can help one another. So I have met really cool people through Business Connects. We haven't, collaborated as of yet, but I have a feeling we sure will. You know what I mean? And I love the fact that we're all given our own time to shine and to talk, not just on a platform like this, but when we do the virtual meetings, we're all talking and we're putting our information down so we can call each other aside from the meetings. So you're really nurturing us to work together. It has nothing to do with you. You guys are literally being servant leaders, quite frankly. I mean, you are, and I'm not just saying that because you're interviewing me. That's why I joined. I've known Jill for 3 or 4 years now, in various incarnations. But like we said, with Wink and everything like that, and I always see it's always about how can we improve, what can we do. It's always about us. It's about the members. So I think that's really, really important when you're dealing, and you truly want us to succeed and do something for us. And then so I love that.
Fantastic. Well, I'll make sure that she hears that if she's not here right now.
Love you, Jill.
Fantastic. So is there so to that comment, is there a want? Do you have, I always like to ask, like, what can everyone who's watching this, is there something that, do you have like a big tip or a want to ask from the viewers? Or do you have any special deals that have been announced or anything? We
don't have any deals. We are doing a group Labor Day after Labor Day challenge.
Cool.
So if anybody wants to join in on that, we're actually there's, I think, almost $3,000 in a pot. So it's like $20. You bet on yourself, but you don't have to join, but it's $20 and you can win like a pot of like $3,600. So it's good accountability, community and stuff like that. That's really fun. In terms of Isagenix, and I mean, honestly, I can always use fun people who are, want to do something different. I'm always looking for people to join my team and whatnot. And a tip, honestly, do something ridiculous. I'm all about having fun and being ridiculous. I don't take things too seriously. I've been doing dance breaks. So for 30 days in September, every day I'm doing like a dance break. I'm doing on Facebook Live like this, and I'm doing the old school disco because I'm unashamed in my love of old school disco. But I think it's important to incorporate fun into your day, whatever that fun may look like for you. Because Tony Robbins talks about changing your state, and I think it just changes your state in a way. So fun may be watching bloopers on a YouTube. You know what I'm saying? It could be anything like that, but do something silly, do something ridiculous. Life is too short to just be serious all the time and just be hunkered down and just all the insanity going on. You gotta have a little bit of fun.
No, I agree. And I love that you said that about the disco, because I have the disco channel on XM in my truck, and I love it. I'm like, I can't be in a bad mood listening. Listen, I'm driving, and and there's a time like, and then for like work purposes, I'll put in my earbuds and listen to classical music and have that routine go.
Exactly.
They say there's something about the math with classical music and listening to only instrumental, right? So, but yeah, having fun, exercising, and
moving your body in some way is also important. That's a good point, Jen. Really good point to bring that up. Moving your body in some way. I know the gyms are open. People are not sure whether or not they want to go back. Here in Staten Island, a few instructors have been doing stuff outside, boot camps outside, which I've been doing. But even if it's just taking a walk, even if it's this Pop Sugar has stuff online, Billy Blanks has stuff online. Like everybody has stuff online. You can always find something online if you want to do it at home. But just move your body. But even 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes a day, however you want to move it, there's something about moving your body that also changes your state.
They say like sitting is the new smoking. So get up when these things, things, and if you don't have one of these smart watches,
set a timer. I have an iPhone. Set a timer on your watch.
On your calendar.
Yeah, time block it.
Pop up and go bing, bing, bing. I know a lot of people that put it on their smartphone that says like once an hour, get up and do a stretch, get up and do squats. Like there's things that don't cost any money that you can do. And it's so important. So, all right. So just in recap, guys, we are here. If you're watching on the replay, Business Connects, and Jen Wilner, co-founder Business Connects, chatting with Caren Cooper, who is a member of our virtual chapter, where we meet on Zoom on the second and fourth Tuesday of the month at 7:30. And you can learn more about Caren on her website, carencooper.isagenix.com, as well as on the Business Connects website, which is businessconnectsnj.com. And all these links will be on YouTube and Facebook, etc. And if you have any questions, Caren, do you take phone calls if somebody's not like on to
I do.
Emails? And can we share your phone number in the comments?
Sure.
And what is that?
917.
Oh, I was typing in an assumed area code. Okay.
716-5831.
31. Okay, so
call. Yeah, not everybody's on social media. I get that.
With questions.
Or text.
Yes, we love texting. Fantastic. All right. Well, this was fantastic. Caren, just sit here for a second. And thank you, everybody, for joining us. And we hope to see you next week with our next Business Connects interview at 11 a.m. There's a couple Fridays coming up that we will not be doing this, but they will all be announced. So, all right, everybody, have a great weekend. Happy Labor Day weekend, and stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you next time.
Bye. Thank